And we are going live again. Welcome everyone to our weekly Captain's Corner of Safe Harbor. This is your place to get informed about first steps to recovery and also to find out how we create healthy and safe communities. My name is Kirsten. I am the First Mate Marketing at the Harbor. And today my special guest is Lynn Jonasson. He is the elder with the Safe Harbor Society. And welcome, Lynn.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here today. We will talk about how Safe Harbor supports the Indigenous community. We will talk about the Spring Feast that is coming up and the programs that we have at Safe Harbor. So before we dive into that, can you briefly introduce yourself, what you do with the Harbor, so that the people can get to know you?
Yes, wonderful to be here today. I'm so happy to be here and to join you today. I've been with Safe Harbor since Safe Harbor first started. I've been over 16 years, and I think anyone that comes to Safe Harbor first contact, is so important because we're starting the first step to recovery, giving them shelter, giving them space, giving them, what they need to hug food or. So my job here at the Safe Harbor is, I worked on the frontline positions when Safe Harbor opened, and then later as I changed positions to an Indigenous worker, and I was recognized in the community as an elder by the work that I've working with other elders and the service work that we do, and also because of the ceremonies that have been passed down to me by elders and that I've earned in our way of life, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
our way of life, is a way of life, and sobriety is a way of life for many of us. Addiction. Nobody wants to be addicted or alcoholic. Something happened in our history or something led up to our addiction. So we've created recovery circles in Safe Harbor, like the Wellbriety program that we currently run twice a week in-house at the detox, starting at 3 o'clock, and generally runs an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So the Wellbriety circle is the 12 steps of AA in the medicine wheel. So there's many different 12-step programs of recovery today, but the Wellbriety program is kind of unique in itself because we use a medicine wheel teachings with Indigenous ceremonies. So in that medicine wheel, everyone is included, whether of race, color, age, that everybody is part of the cycle of healing, just like the
Mm-hmm.
cycles of seasons and cycles of our birth and our youth to our adult to elder. So it's a wonderful program. We run Zoom meetings every Monday night at 7 o'clock in the evening to have a support system offered to anybody that can get onto a Zoom meeting. And hopefully soon we're going to have in-person meetings again where we could have our location where people can come to that location and sit in a circle and have a recovery support group.
Mm-hmm.
So
Awesome.
yeah, awesome. It is awesome. Yes.
Yes. And for everyone who might not know, like Safe Harbor is actually like our Many Healing Blankets program is actually the first in Canada to be certified in the Wellbriety Recovery Program. I think this is huge. We should talk more about this because like this is really a unique program. And so what I have learned is that the well part of the Wellbriety is the inspiration to go on beyond sobriety and recovery, committed to a life of wellness and healing every day. So I love this concept of that. But you just mentioned, Lynn, like currently everything is on Zoom. There is also, we talked before we went live, you said there's a Spring Fest coming up that will be not on Zoom, but in person again. Can we talk about this? Like what is happening? What is the Spring Fest? And how long is it? Who can come? and what's happening?
Yes. We've had a spring feast in Red Deer since 2008 when we started up the spring feast in Red Deer. And when I come out to Safe Harbor, there weren't too many ceremonial things happening in Red Deer. So what we did is we approached some elders to have a place where we could gather to have ceremonies. So we also, Safe Harbor, we have a sweat lodge ceremony at Fort Normandeau that we offer to the community, we offer to our clients when we can, and to staff, that want to be part of the ceremony. So the sweat lodge ceremony is a purifying ceremony where we in a sense go to pray, to ask for healing. So also the feast ceremony is right in line with that also, because the feast ceremony is about healing today. We've been in COVID for 2 years now. So in the past 2 years, there's been a lot of traumatic things have happened. There's been a lot of deaths, a lot of people have passed from COVID, but there's also with the social distancing and people only able to communicate on Zoom many times. And you as frontline working on the front line every day with COVID, the loss of staff, the loss of so many things that has a great impact on everybody, the individuals, our families, our community, our nations. So now we're gonna go to that spring feast. We're gonna have it open so people could go there to have a place to grieve in a sense. It's a ceremony, but we're gonna think about our relatives that have passed on during this time and what we need to do to heal today, to keep on going on with life, and to enjoy the springtime, because the springtime is like a new year to us, new life. We want to kind of leave things behind us, the things that are really burdening us, and trying to deal with those things. So what we do is we have a feast ceremony. People bring food there to share with the community. We'll have an elder that does a pipe ceremony to convey our prayers to the Creator, and that the food that we say we'll offer to the ones that have gone home to the Creator. You might call that place heaven. We call it the spirit world, that we will all go there one day, but we need to honor those spirits and honor our own spirit, because everything we believe is connected to this world, the animals, the plants, the river, the sunlight. So that's why we have it in the open air. We have it by the river at Fort Normandeau, and it's kind of a place where we gather in a circle. We'll set up teepees. We'll have actually it's it's more than just a one-day event. On the May 14th will be the actual spring feast ceremony at around noon.
So what are the dates for that, so that I will put it in the chat later on. So you said the 14th is the actual event, but is there something else? I think the whole week is something is happening,
we're gonna
right?
have from May 11th, starting off with a women's sweat in the afternoon, but we're going to do some teepee setting up. We're going to do maybe some community people talking on different topics during that time, during that week. We're kind of getting everything organized here, but for sure the feast is planned, but we want to have some some speakers speaking about health and about what we've gone through this past 2 years, and maybe a place for staff to gather. We're going to set up our own community teepee. Safe Harbor has our own teepee, so we're going to set it up. So we're going to have invited guests to come there.
Awesome. So, and is that open for everyone, or
yes,
do
it could be open for everyone? For our clients in the shelter, in the detox, for people that need a place to get out to, and we're going to try to look at transportation and things like that too. And so it's a very there's probably a lot in Safe Harbor. I've attended it, but it's been, like I said, it's been 2 years now, and we feel this is the time to we could do that ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So I will share the specific days later, and I think the schedule is still in the works, so we can't share any specific things yet, but we will keep everyone posted.
Yes, we're having we're having a planning meeting this Friday, actually, and I think there was a Zoom link sent out for that planning meeting. If we'll try put it, maybe we'll put it on Facebook so you
Yeah.
could access it.
Okay, we will do that. Awesome. So then I wanted to touch base about like collaboration with other agencies and when it comes to Wellbriety, and also you mentioned that there is another event taking place this year, like an international recovery gathering. Can we talk about that?
Yes, for sure. That's such an important part of Safe Harbor is our community, because we work in community, and we know that sometimes at Safe Harbor, we get a bad reputation in Safe Harbor, and so we always working on improving community relationship. That addiction, is everybody has a part in addiction. Everybody has a part in healing. So that's why the Zoom meetings we work as our local Red Deer Friendship Center. They have Wellbriety circles. We work with Urban Aboriginal Voices Society. They work with the Indigenous community. We work with the city of Red Deer. We work with the hospital because we quite often have to go into the hospital. We work in the remand. We have regular Wellbriety meetings at the remand 3 times a week from Tuesday to Thursday. We have elder support there. We work with the people with the Horizon House for people coming out of institutions, halfway houses. With the United Way is an important part of our funder, Alberta Health Services and private donates. YTC out of Edmonton also really is a big supporter to us in the community. So community relationships is very important, not only in Red Deer but outside of Red Deer. Our surrounding reserves, our surrounding smaller communities, because we get many people referred to Safe Harbor from Central Alberta and beyond even. So we want to work. We work with our treatment centers, to that that we could supply that ongoing treatment that for the needs of our clients. So with that, we work as a recognized treatment center in Canada, Safe Harbor, the first recognized treatment center. We have to run certain programming. So we offer the Wellbriety circles with the medicine wheel teachings. And the remand is kind of like a warrior down program where we begin to inform the people in there that we do have recovery programs they can access outside, and we're working on the housing part of it. Housing is going to become very important to have sobriety homes, sobriety recovery places, and also community where we get our community together to talk about called Mending Broken Hearts, to look at the historical trauma that affects everybody in addiction. It doesn't matter what race we are, white, yellow, black, Indigenous, that in our historical part of ourselves, something has led up to the addiction, whether it's abuse, trauma, or misplacement, or even people that live in the best of homes. Sometimes there's things that need healing. So it's really about a lot to do with relationship.
Yes.
Building those good relationships and community, and and I think we're all part of that journey together. So we have our communities that are talking about new treatment centers coming up in Red Deer here, and we haven't heard a lot about the programming yet, but we certainly want to be involved with that. With the recovery process and inside those treatment centers also.
Yeah. So and what is the international Wellbriety, the international gathering all about that is happening in September? You said it's a huge event, and people are coming from all over the world, at least North America.
It's very, very. We've had the white bison come here before at Wellbriety. So Wellbriety was founded in Colorado by an elder named Don Coyas.
Mm-hmm.
and he had a vision of people coming together in a sacred hoop. And the sacred hoop is a it's a hoop of willows in a circle and it has 4 stands on it. And so this hoop come through a vision of his long time ago that people would come together in a sacred hoop. So a lot of different indigenous elders put their prayers with eagle feathers into the sacred hoop and instill their teachings of forgiveness, of kindness, of love, generosity, and many other teachings. So that sacred hoop had actually come to Red Deer a couple of times here. We've had it here in our community. We've done the sobriety walks with it to Fort Normando. So we invited the hoop to come back here again for this international convention in September.
Mm-hmm.
So this is recovery is huge. There's many different recovery programs, AA, NA, CA, Sex Anonymous, and they all base a lot of their recovery on 12 steps and 12 traditions. Where Wellbriety bases on the medicine wheel, a circle of life, but with the ceremonies of the land and the indigenous people. So there's a lot of wonderful things are going to happen in those 4 days. We're going to have a teepee set up at the Cambridge Hotel that will offer a pipe ceremony every morning. We're going to have the first open house on Thursday will be the open house with pre-registration, they call it, and they're going to have a networking event. They're going to meet people, come together, meet each other, that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, Friday, every day we'll have the opening pipe ceremony at 7:00. There'll be breakfast every morning served. There'll be opening prayer acknowledgements. Don Coyes will do a presentation on the healing forest. During the day, there'll be different speakers from different groups talking. We'll have elders panels talking. We're going to have a lot of good things going on. On Friday evening, we're going to have a sweat lodge ceremony offered to the community, and we're going to have open fire for teachings at Fort Normando also in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a campfire teachings.
Oh.
So there'll be teepee set up out there. Saturday is going to be a busy day with another opening pipe ceremony, Wellbriety circles and meetings, different people talking on recovery programs, elders in recovery. We're going to have breakout sessions where different people will present different things during breakouts. We're going to have evening performances come in and do a different performance on dancing, different things that are going to be happening. And Sunday will be kind of the closing or the pipe ceremonies or the speakers to finish up. So there's a registration. Anybody can register for the conference. The registration fee, I think it's around $70. That's for the 4 days. You get breakfast every day, Friday and Saturday.
Wow.
And you get to attend all the speakers you want to speak if you want to go to the sweat lodge. So I think Safe Harbor is going to buy some seats up. We don't have enough money to buy everybody in Safe Harbor a seat, unfortunately, but it'll be open to use to take in that event.
Yeah. Maybe people can sponsor a seat. Maybe that's something we can work on with our community here.
Yeah, we do have a sponsorship package. We have planning meetings with the Wellbriety conference. Anybody who wants to be part of the planning for the conference to be welcome to join us. We've already started our conference planning where we have sponsorship packages that we're going to send out to a lot of different people that may want to support this gathering. So it's so I think it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Lots of things going on.
Awesome. So so people can get involved in the Spring Feast as well as helping with the gathering in September, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we can. So maybe what we will do is we will once you have more information, I can create a post and share that on Facebook so people can join if they like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just checking. We have a few people joining live here. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments because I can see them and we can talk about it and we can answer anything. Well, maybe not anything, but we will do our best to answer. Yeah, so I'm just checking. Nobody yet. So couple more minutes you have, you guys, and then you can before we wrap up. Awesome. This is so cool. Thank you, Lynn. Is there anything that you have on your heart that you would like to share? A story that comes to mind, maybe of someone who went through the program at Safe Harbor and that has been recovered? Do you have anything on your heart that you would like people to know?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of you don't get to see a lot of the people that go on the journey after they leave Safe Harbor and begin a recovery process. There are a huge amount of people, many people have recovered in Safe Harbor and gone on back to their families, back to the communities, and actually become supportive of Safe Harbor and currently volunteer at Safe Harbor still. So, I'm I know that we see a lot of losses over the years since I've been in Safe Harbor. I've seen a lot of people die from addiction, but I've seen a lot of people recover from addiction also. I've seen a lot of wonderful things happen in the community. I see support groups start up. I see us working in collaboration. Things like this joint effort with the all addiction recovery gathering is huge. It's a huge thing to come together for our community. Central Alberta, to all of Canada and to the United States. We're representing a huge thing here, a huge change, I guess. And it's been a prediction of the elders from a very long time that there would be great changes coming. We see a lot of the negative things in the world, but we got to always look at the positive changes in our world, the positive work that we do, and that people do go back to their family, do get well, and do become very, very like they help in community volunteers and give back to the community again. We have a lot of wonderful people that even our guests that they want to be part of the ceremony. They want to contribute also. And just because they have an addiction doesn't mean that they don't want to be part of the community. They still want to give back. And some addiction is kind of misunderstood in so many different ways.
Yeah. And what you just said, Lynn, I think that reminded me, we are so focused, like the people at Safe Harbor, they are sick. And this is what the focus is on, what the community sees and maybe thinks about what Safe Harbor does, and which is true. But what we don't see is when they leave. So I think we don't talk a lot about that. Like, what is the life after? Like, what is when they are integrated again with family? And I think we have to talk more about those success stories of the people that we helped at Safe Harbor, and then like we are really able to start all over again with their life and be connected with their communities, find back to their roots. And
I think that's true, Kristen. And I really even think, the person that, is still battling an addiction, they're welcome to come to the conference. They're welcome even, to get up and say some words if they want, because we need to hear them, to say, because they're the ones that have a powerful message also to our community, to one another.
Yeah, so true. Awesome. Thank you very much, Lynn. So I didn't get any further comments, so people are just listening today, which is fine too.
That's too bad. I would have liked to have heard some chat.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay. This is, yay, one comment. That's good. Thank you, Judy. So anything, I don't see any questions as mentioned. If you don't have anything on your heart, Lynn?
I do have a little something here.
Okay.
Maybe a lot of the staff ain't aware, but I work here as an elder, but also I have two helpers with me, Hans Jurgensen. Hans did work at the shelter for a while, then he come on board with me as my helper. So Hans has been really valuable. Like he he looks after the circles in the remand. He comes in-house here. And we want to be available for Safe Harbor in the shelter wherever. I also have Tanya Sure that works alongside of us now, so she helps facilitate meetings, works in community. And my wife Corky works as the elder too, and so we have a lot of different volunteers that work with us in the community also. And so I just really want to acknowledge, there's a lot of people that make many healing blankets possible, and especially you on the front lines. You are the ones that make to have that blanket, to have that really wonderful blanket.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lynn, for joining me at the Captain's Corner today. That was awesome what you shared. So I will share more information once we have them on the spring fees and on the recovery gathering. And also, who's listening today, if you want to get involved more with Safe Harbor, help with any other programs, become a volunteer, you can contact us, contact Lynn, or just post us, tag us on Facebook, and we will connect you. And so that is it for today. So thank you very much for following, for watching, or if you watch the replay. As always, if you don't follow us yet, please do so on our Facebook group. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload all the past episodes. And thank you, Lynn, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.